If you are super ambitious and you know you have an immense amount of potential and you're not yet where you want to be in life, you probably feel like you have this F1 race car engine inside of you. But the body of your car, the outside, what people see is like a Volkswagen. You want to have an experience of life where you're tapped into that engine and you're driving an F1 race car. And the things you've built, the way that people perceive you, match how you perceive yourself internally. And because you know you have so much potential, you are probably desperate to bring that potential to life. Like the way that you need oxygen, it's life or death for you. Perfect. If that's you, I'm going to tell you a few things you need to know. Normally, I would count them out and say I'm going to tell you 3 things, but I don't yet know how many there are. And I'm too ADHD energy and excited to tell you this. The first thing is that what you build is more important than your ideas about who you could be and what you could build. So back when I was first starting to make content, I knew I could do something really special. I knew I could be one of the greatest one-on-one practitioners in the world, but I hadn't yet built anything that would indicate those things are true. So I would reach out to other people in my field who had 100,000, 500,000 followers, and I would give them this pitch about how special I am and how special my ideas are. And they would ignore me, and I'd be resentful because it's like, how are you not able to recognize how much potential I have? How are you not able to recognize how special I am? Well, I hadn't built anything yet, so I wasn't perceived as valuable to them. There are a lot of people who believe that they have an immense amount of potential. What I was doing there was hoping that my perception of how special I am would somehow pour into them, and then they would perceive how special I am too. And then once this person who's operating at a certain level recognizes how special I am, well, then all of a sudden I'll get 10,000, 100,000 followers, and I'll be as successful as I want to be. Looking to get saved. It is not about how much potential you think you have. It is not yet about how great your ideas are. It is about what you build. Now, why is a person who has built something perceived as more valuable than a person who has just really great idea? Because the person who has built something and is in the process of building something has accumulated experience. It's not about how special you are and how special your ideas are. It's about how much unique experience you have accumulated. You're like a block of marble, and the beauty of what you could become already exists somewhere in the ether, and it is primarily you boldly choosing to put yourself into experiences that carves the marble and ultimately shapes you into a beautiful, magnificent statue. So the idea of what that statue could look like exists somewhere, the idea of your potential, but it's not the idea that turns the block of marble into the statue. It's experience that does. You have to fall in love with experience. You have to be a person that says, okay, I am going to be more willing than anyone else to find peace in the discomfort that aligns with who I want to be. And I'm going to do that more often than most other people. Those people that I was reaching out to, who I wanted to recognize how special I was, they didn't really care about me because I hadn't yet accumulated that bold experience. So what you need to understand, you have an idea of how special and powerful the engine could be, but the engine isn't there yet. The engine gets built through the accumulation of experience, the engine and the body. The more you realize that and release the hope that the world recognizing you as special will be the thing that gets you to bring your potential to life, the more you will avoid taking bold, extraordinary action to accumulate extraordinary experience.